Hi! So I am back and it's nearly Christmas and there's lots to talk about, but I am going to break them down into separate videos. So, first of all, this first video is going to be about how my fibromyalgia was affected and not affected by me going on holiday. Yay! So, because I know a lot of people are really concerned about flying, I was having panic attacks and everything because I hadn't flown since having fibromyalgia. And so we had no idea what to expect. And we lost 2 holidays with Thomas Cook and we ended up getting a third holiday offered to us. And it was the last one left and it was to the Dominican, which was great, amazing. But the only issue we had was that we had something silly like 19 to 21 hours, depending on either way, traveling. So we had to go to London Gatwick to Madrid, wait in Madrid for 3 hours to then do nearly a 10-hour flight to Dominican and then a 2-hour transfer at that end. So it was nervous times. And also it was my first holiday away from my daughter. So I was trying to not get stressed about that because stress really affects fibro. It was crazy. It was mental. But it was awesome. But also, a lot of buts. And normally I'm saying all the time. And today I'm saying but. So it's left me with a lot of questions. And it got me thinking that I want to find out. So I want to find out why my body reacted the way it did, why it didn't react the way I thought it was going to. It was crazy. The one part which was incredible, and it really took me a couple of days to get my head around, and it made me quite upset on the way back. It wasn't actually anything to do with the pain directly. Out there, my fibromyalgia, poof, disappeared. I cannot explain it. I have no idea. It affected me on the plane. Going out there, it calmed down after a while, so I wasn't that affected, but I'll go into those in a minute. But I was out there and I noticed the first morning that I was able to get up. The moment I opened my eyes, there was no pain. There was no cramps. There was no fatigue. I, for 7 years nearly, have done nothing but inside constantly want and wish to feel my old self again. And I think that is something that all of us secretly long for, whether we admit it or not. I think it's definitely something that we miss. It was the hardest thing for me to accept at the time when I had fibro, that I was never ever going to feel the way I had done for 30 years. And so to accept that took me a couple of years. And then to go on a holiday, and it was great. It made the holiday special, but then on the last day I cried, not because I didn't want to come home, but I knew what I was coming home to. You know, I had a whole week of no pain, and I didn't want to feel it. I didn't want my old body back. And that was really hard to accept. I have made the decision to look into this further. So I am not going to make this video super long, simply because I'm going, and I have started contacting people. I have started Googling. I have started looking for other YouTubers, and there's doctors and things on here. And, you know, we spend so much time trying to figure out how to cure ourselves and make things better. I am flabbergasted as to why I went on holiday and was able to have a week of of feeling like the old me. I want to understand it. I've got this illness that I have for the rest of my life, and I want to understand everything there is about it. So I am going to do a bigger video on this shortly. Obviously Christmas, very busy period. But I am going to do a video on this. I want to find out, I want to understand, and I want to be able to explain to you guys how that was even possible. Going out there, it affected my hips and my pelvis and my knees. I felt like someone had sledgehammers to them. It wasn't nice. I was advised, one of my friends decided to say, like, you know, maybe you should try the leg type things. And I didn't take them with me because I don't suffer with those things. But also I should have, really, because I had never flown with Fibro, so I should have done it. Because on the way home, now that was, I'm not gonna lie, it was horrendous. It was nothing like on the way there. On the way there was bearable. I could sit there, I could watch movies, you know, not be distracted. On the way home, I couldn't do anything but bite very, very hard on my blanket. I didn't take my tramadol out there with me because I didn't want to go through the ag of getting a prescription for it, because I haven't taken it for so long. I was able to get hold of my prescription for my pregabalin without having to go to the GP. I think next time I would definitely take my painkillers for on the way home. I, again, can only express that when I felt this pain, it was the air pressure. Unfortunately, on the way home, it was like I was given a whole week's worth of pain. But again, like I say, it was my pelvis, my hip, my lower spine, my knees. The pressure was very lower bodied, and my legs swelled up like a balloon. Was not funny. We got to Madrid and I had taken my shoes off on the plane and decided that I was going to put my nice gremlin socks on with my nice tracksuit, and my feet were so swollen I slipped my trainers on. We were sitting in Madrid and I said to my partner, my ankles hurt. And he pulled up my trouser leg to see that I had like 3 bulges of my leg where I had my foot to my sock to my trouser lining, and then from my trouser lining to my leg, and my legs were, boom, they were massive. And we couldn't find any support socks in Madrid, so I had to deal with it on the way home. Luckily, the second flight wasn't as bad. So FYI, I will be taking next time I fly, because hell, it did not put me off flying. I mean, if anything, I will take paracetamol and ibuprofen before I fly, because I know that the change in the air pressure causes me some kind of distress on my lower part of my body. I will kind of like preempt that and try new ways, because now I know I can go away and be able to do everything that I want to do. Okay, in the Dominican it was gorgeous, but I went swimming for the first time. I learnt to swim to be able to go out there. I snorkeled for the first time. I went round reefs and it was amazing, and I swam with loads of fishies, and I swam unknowingly until I passed it with a jellyfish, and I was very lucky. I saw a baby shark. I mean, no, I had the time of my life. I can barely drink at home, and I was drinking gin pretty much all day long. I was drunk for the first 3 days before dinner time, maybe. But I just was enjoying feeling me with no restrictions. I was getting up at 7:30 in the morning, if not earlier. That was the latest I was up. I was in that breakfast hall by 8 a.m. and I was on the beach by 8:30. And I felt amazing. I felt great. There was no fatigue. I just, and I can't explain But I am going to find out. I want to find out. I want to know if it was the change in the air pressure, if the heat, the humidity. I want to know, or I know there are sufferers out there who are the complete opposite to me. I know that they suffer more to heat than to the cold, as I suffer more to the cold than I do to the heat. But we all know all of us sufferers are completely different. So we all have different bodies, you know, different regimes, different daily lives, different levels of stress. So it's really important just to stress we are all different, but I am gonna find out. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna do everything, and I am going to try and find all the facts and the myths and the things that people have tried to find out about this, because for 7 years I getting out of my head that I would never ever feel the way I did, and I was wrong. I was wrong. I have my fibro. It never went anywhere. I wasn't cured by the sun or the Dominican Sea. You know, I still have it. But for me, there was something different over there that worked. And I am going to find out what it is that gave me that break, so I can have more breaks, more excuses to go on holiday, to go traveling, to find these amazing places. And I want to ease the fear. I'm not going to lie to you. That's why I'm telling you about the aeroplane. But I am going to find out how I can make that easier for myself and easier for you guys. I want to encourage people to not have the fear that I was feeling before I flew. And I want to encourage people to go out and do these things and not have their fibro keep them shut wherever you live or within your four walls. I have hope and I have faith, and I share that with you guys, and I try to encourage everyone and be an inspiration as much as I can. I have been given a bit more hope than I had before, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna find this out and I'm gonna share it with you. So please keep watching this space. It is possible. There are new things that we are learning. I'm going to talk soon. And plus there are other things that I am going to talk about. I have some new health changes that I need to address with my fibro. I have a small operation in 2 days. I have a big operation next year. And so all of these coming, I know people suffer with these at the same time. So I will be doing separate videos with those, because obviously it's separate information. It's not separate information. It's all about fibro, but it's divided. This is about going on holiday and being able to travel the world and have as much fun as everyone else without being restricted by a chronic pain disorder. You know, I have my Instagram and I follow loads of people who are doing what I'm doing, which is living and going out there. And there are tons of people in a way more worse situation than myself. So I'm very, very lucky to be in the position I am in and to be able to do what I do and experience what I experience. Until then, guys, stay safe. Oh, keep an eye out for the new Star Wars movie, because we're watching it soon and I can't wait. Just keep watching. Bye.